And I am blurry. I am blurry as hell. There we
I'm
go.
missing half my head.
You're missing how is your beard groomed finally?
A little bit.
A little bit. Little bit. So anyway, welcome to the Streaming Box Now channel where we do everything with Android boxes. And I'm dark. I need some light in here. There you go. Is that a little better?
Yeah, that was good.
A little better. All right. How are we all doing today, guys? Man, I posted this yesterday, and I was hoping to hopefully get some traction and stuff. So if everybody could do me a favor before we really begin the show, whatever groups that you're in within Facebook, within Telegram, within Twitter, whatever it is, grab the share button and share it around because this is going to be a good one. We're going to be talking about Buzztv and the Formuler Z8. So make sure you guys grab that share button. And here, I'll even do you guys a better one. I'm going to drop the link to this video right there. All you got to do is just copy it and drop it all over the place. All right. So I'm going to give you guys maybe a few minutes to do that, to drop it all over the place. Yeah, Rick S says he's tired. Are you in the East Coast or West Coast? John's like, just waking up. So I know we're a little bit late. And it's what, like 10 something in the East Coast, 10:30, 10:40 right now?
It's 10:40 right now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, and I'm 7:40 right now. So Rick S is Florida. It's
Yeah, but you're military, bro. You guys get up early.
Hey, I always got up early before military. But yeah, if everybody could do me a favor, this is not like the Rohas Reviews channel where there is a lot of subscribers and people will get a notification. So this is a lot different than the other one. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna also drop it in the Rohas channel in the community tab. We live. There we go. There we go. All right. So hopefully you guys are getting a few minutes. How are you doing, Lex? Are you waking up finally?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired today. Not gonna lie. But I'm going away this weekend, so actually spending the weekend in Niagara Falls.
Nice. That is gonna be awesome. What side are you gonna be? The Toronto side? You can't cross the states.
No, I can't cross the states.
Can't cross the states.
So I'll be on the Canadian side.
Speaking of that, you see, so your Blue Jays, your Toronto Blue Jays are playing in Buffalo, and now there's a hardcore outbreak going on in the Major League Baseball.
Yep.
They might cancel it.
Yeah, but in order for them to play, they weren't allowed to come back to Canada until the season's over.
Well, the season might be over pretty soon.
But then they probably still can't come back because they're dealing with all that quarantine and stuff.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know what's going on, man.
It's almost, if I was Canada, I would be like, look, all you fools need to stay in this one bubble and test everybody out for 2 weeks. Like nobody could go nowhere. Just stay right there. And as soon as everybody's good for 2 weeks, then you come back.
Yeah. You stay in the hot pocket.
Yeah. Stay in your hot pocket.
Stay in the hot pocket. Well, anytime someone crosses the border coming into Canada, they have to quarantine. They have to self-quarantine for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
now Donald D. Nice is saying any more outbreaks in baseball might get canceled on Monday. That's the thing. They just started the test. There's a couple people popping positive with the COVID, and they just probably ran like a massive test amongst everybody in the MLB. And it takes days for sometimes this stuff to come back or for even to be positive. So I don't know. I think the season's done. I honestly do think the season's done.
I think this year's done. See, where I live, they're sending all the kids back to school in September, and I'm like, yo, why?
Yeah,
Like, you think you're good, and then your kid goes to school, and they bring everything home to you. And,
for sure. Came down from the MLB
oh
commissioner.
man,
Yeah, exactly. What Donald's saying, this came down from the commissioner. Yep. But see, you know what's interesting? This is something that's super weird. I don't understand it. I was watching yesterday the Disney World, I should say, in Florida. You know, they have people coming in, right, with rides and everything, and supposedly, to me, this is the dumbest thing. They have a line 6 feet apart. If one person sneezes, that stuff travels pretty damn far. And if
Mhm.
somebody has it, because there's a lot of dumb people out there that just don't care, they're like, "Well, I got a mask. I can go out there." It's like, no, you don't have a mask. You don't have a real mask on. And even
Yeah,
if you had a good mask, you shouldn't go out anyway. Um, the NBA players are inside that Disney bubble, and if they go out there to practice or play or whatever, and if somebody there sneezes and there's a wind, guess what? There goes the whole NBA season too. I don't know. And the NBA has a very smart idea, but I think Disney is I don't want to call them dumb or desperate for opening up their parks, but it's I don't know, it's too much. It's way too much. But we'll see. So did everybody share the link? I hope everybody shared the link around so people could join in and
I mean,
come down and
it's
check
not
out.
bad. We got 26 people watching. That's not bad.
That was not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, so real quick, I'm gonna give you guys maybe like 2 more minutes to share it around. We're just gonna go say hi to everybody real quick to see who's
So
here.
Cross is asking me, what's the name of the long weekend here in Canada? This is a no-name long weekend here in Canada. If you Google it, it's just going to be called Civic Holiday. It was just a reason to have a long weekend.
It's an A weekend. It's an A weekend. A. Oh man. So real quick, just gonna zip through this. Of course, Donald D. Nice, Jose, Shriek and Sharon, John. I can always not say your last name right. Sperpolis, Sparrow, Sparrowpolis, Sparrowpolis. I don't know. I hope I'm saying that right. Sparrowpolis.
That sounds
Streaming.
pretty accurate to me. I mean, the way I see it, but I'm not.
Well,
I'm
you say everything wrong. So if you say that looks
I'm
good,
horrible
then I'm
with
wrong.
names. Yeah.
I hope it's not wrong. Streaming Wizard, what's up, dude? Christian, I was talking to him a few days ago. I'm just like, man, I hope you're safe from this whole storm. And he's just like, no, we're good. I was like, okay, good. How you doing? I'm glad you're here, man. Rick S, Carl. Every time, you know what, Carl? I gotta send you this video of epic rap battles of history.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, right? Next level.
yeah.
There's an episode that they did Rick Grimes versus the guy from Outbreak. I forgot what it is. But Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, there's a part where he says Carl, or he screams real loud. So every time I see your name, I always think Carl. I'll send it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. Who else is here? Andrew, what is up? Bob John Doe, what's up? Canuck Mark. Who else? Batgirl, hey, how's it going? I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it to the party. Am I caught up?
29 people,
Am I caught up?
23 thumbs up.
Christine Williams, how you doing? Make sure everybody hits that thumbs up. Jean Mark Mantha, how are you? Random person.
Yeah, they said they miss you. They're like, we haven't seen your streams in a while.
Random person. Rohas reviews is I have tons of videos coming up, live streams every Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday. And you can find them every Friday on my channel too. So hey,
every Friday. Yeah.
there's no reason to miss him on a live stream.
Make sure you guys do hit that thumbs up though. Carl says he gets that a lot. So you do know what I'm talking about. Dude, epic rap battles of history is awesome.
It's because he is that Carl.
He is that Carl.
He is Carl. That Carl.
So let's go ahead and start the show. Press 1 if you know what we're talking about. If you know what Buzztv is, and the Formuler Z8. Press 1. If you don't know what one of them is, press 2. If you don't know what both of them is, press 3. Buzztv image.
So you need a green screen because then we could have put Formula behind you.
Yeah, you should.
That
I
would have
should.
been cool.
Well, I got the green screen. I just haven't set it up. So it's freaking mosquito country after all that rain. It's horrible. Ugh. If I was out there and there's mosquitoes, I'll get sucked out like I'll look like a raisin, dude. All pruned and dried up. So Russell and Craig hasn't heard one or the other. Which one? Okay, so if you haven't heard of one of those, which one have you not heard of? It looks like everybody has at least heard of one of those devices. I watched a bunch of your reviews, Rojas. Thank you, Hung. Appreciate that, man. I try to give you guys some more stuff. There's gonna be some interesting videos coming out. There's the funny one coming out today on the Rojas reviews. So hello, Sandman. How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. So which device have you not heard of? I know I don't want to pick on two people specifically, but I did see Russell and Craig say they haven't heard of one of them. That's why I picked the number 2. So which device? I'm kind of interested because we're gonna learn.
Probably the Formula because we talk a lot about Buzz.
We talk a lot about Buzz. I just started to talk about Formula.
Yeah.
Hung says he uses both. I have my own finding with each. Okay, that's pretty cool. So there's some interesting things, of course, that we found, and we're kind of like, what is this chipset? What exactly is the back end of this? It's almost like, what do we really get out of one or the other? So, yeah. So first off, we are talking about the Buzztv XRS4500. We will talk about the XR4500 because people are going to ask what's the true difference between the two devices. So Russell says he hasn't really heard much about the Formuler. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty typical. A lot of people haven't heard the Formuler because we haven't talked about it either. There's some other YouTubers that have begun to talk about the Formuler devices and they're swearing on it. Um, and it's not a bad device. It is not a bad device. So, but yeah, when we start talking about the two, because people are saying like, wait a minute, Formula's flagship or best device will be the Z8, where the Buzz TV XRS 4500 is their best TV. And oh, man, I wish we had. I know there's a few people here. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can grab the link real quick. Let me see if I can grab the link real quick. There is a few people that really know. I don't want to call them out by name, but hopefully we can get them in here.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna reach out to them?
I just sent them.
That's cool, man. Yeah. I was just thinking about that right now, and I was like, hey.
I just sent them some stuff.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, you know, sometimes it's not as always as black and white as which one has better specs. Some people like different user interfaces. Some people like devices for different reasons. So, I mean, just because we'll throw up specs on a screen or we'll go through like different things about boxes, don't be discouraged about getting a box and trying it, because one thing I always say is Android boxes are one of the only things that you can buy and always sell for more than you bought it for. So don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. It's only boxes.
So I'm glad you mentioned the whole interface because I love to show interfaces with these Buzz devices or Formula
Yeah.
devices. So this is a video that hasn't come out yet for my Streaming Box Now channels. You guys know I break it down with the 3 videos on this channel that you're watching, Streaming Box Now. First video is typically what's in the box, how does the interface look like, and what's the specs. Second video is always what's the quality that you're getting, what are the settings that you could get inside of it, so pretty much what can you really do with it. And then the third video is kind of like a checklist, like what are the bullet points that you guys are really looking for, and then is this a high-end, mid-end, or budget device. And this video, which is going to be coming out pretty soon, I think actually it's coming out in September from what I was looking at. This is how the interface looks like. Of course, my face won't be in the interface or my hand won't be in the interface, but this is how it looks like. And it's very
Which device did you say this was?
the Z8.
Yeah, the Z8. Right.
The Z8. So the Formuler Z8. So it
You know
looks
what?
very nice.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Sometimes you'll get Android boxes like the T95 or the T. What is it called? The T. Oh man, the Q. T95Q. Said. Even some some of the Android boxes now are coming with a very similar interface, where they try to kind of look like Android TV, but they're not actually Android TV.
Right.
I'm trying to think of the boxes now, but I can't remember them now.
There's a couple of them that are doing
Yeah.
that. I forget which ones.
Mm-hmm.
The T95Z Plus.
There we go.
Thanks, Canuck Mark. That's not you, right? That's not your second account.
Yo, I got so many personalities. Some of them have keyboards. What can I say?
But check this out. This is one thing I did wanted to show. So the My TV Online, that's how you could log into your live streaming service, which is actually pretty nice. You got your, I think it's the market over here. Is it the market? I think it's the market. Yeah, it's the market. If you open up the market, they have their own little
App Store.
App Store. Yeah, so they have their own dedicated stuff that you could find stuff a lot easier. This is how I was able to find FileLink. Actually, I didn't have to go to the Google Play Store.
Really?
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's super nice. And then, of course, I put the famous code here, yours. And then I start talking about, I start diving further into some of the specs. So I just wanted to show you guys that's exactly how that one looks like. Now, when it comes to, okay, so that video, I'll leak the date right now. September 7th is when that video comes out. So keep that in mind, September 7th on this channel. Now, when it comes to the Buzz, the XRS4500, that video comes out August 22nd. August 22nd, and let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Okay, here we go. August 22nd. For one, the Buzz's interface is nice. Like this whole, like the whole launch.
Well, start to finish.
Yeah, it's just nice. Now with Buzz, this is how it looks like when you first get it open. This little plus sign right there, that's how you could add your shortcuts and stuff. But this is it. It's very simple and to the point.
I just want to point something out because this is a fairly new update to their operating system, right? So at first, when I first saw a box with this version on it, I was like, why is there a big empty square on the right hand side here? And then I opened up my TV service and I backed out to my home screen, and that whole right side of the home screen here is actually a picture-in-picture, which is kind of neat. So it's not just wasted space. So just don't think that it's wasted space if you've never used a Buzz TV. That's all a square for picture-in-picture. So you could be navigating and going other places. It's interesting. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. People normally like split screen, and they like to add multiple screens and stuff like that. This is kind of cool how you could back out of here. Actually, you know what? There's an app called TV Mate that if you back up, it makes the window small and you could still see it on the top right hand corner. And then you can navigate through the guide, or you could look over through the categories
within the app.
You could, right in the app, you could start switching everything over. This one gives it that same feel a little bit where you can back it up and go and maneuver stuff. And then if you back up more, what Next Level just said, this entire blank screen is where you could see your live streaming service. It still plays in the background. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
So first off, this is one, I think, of 3 different interfaces that they have.
It's 3 or 4. Because there's modern, there's classic, and I think there's 1 or 2 more.
I forget, but so this is the first one, and I know in the other video, the second video, I show other different interfaces. Maybe we'll get into that one too. I'll show you. So this is the basic one. All this stuff up here at the top has to do with your live streaming service. You have all apps, whatever's pre-installed here. Then you got your app update. I love the update button. I love that you could tell them, hey, something's wrong with my device, and they say, what's the model number of it? And then because there's a specific number on your device, they go in there, boop, 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 done. They
Yeah,
say
everyone in the chat is saying that there's three themes.
three
There's
themes.
modern, classic, and media.
Cool. Yeah, we'll look through it too. So here I just showed like how to log in and stuff. This is like some of the pre-installed stuff. They don't have a dedicated app store. They just piggyback on the Google Play Store.
And Aptoid. It comes with Aptoid as well, right?
Aptoid. I'm not a fan of Aptoid though.
I'm not a fan of Aptoid either, but hey.
What I would hope, and maybe this is something that I'll like, me and some of the guys out there, we talk business a lot. We talk a lot of business and a lot of, hey, what about doing this? What about doing that? And they're like, hey, that's a good idea. I'm gonna ask them like, hey, why not set it up so you guys have your own Buzz store of recommended apps, so people have a one place to possibly install stuff, which will make it easier. If they added that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. But they're really good on feedback like that. Like,
sure.
if you guys don't know, even on this channel, we've had an interview with the research and development manager from Buzztv. So they communicate very well with their customers and even us. So they take very good feedback. I haven't personally had any experience trying to communicate with Formula. What about yourself?
Not with the guys directly. I know some people that work with those devices that really, really know what they're doing and talking about. I'm still waiting for them to hit me back. And if we can get one of them on here or maybe within the chat to talk, would be awesome.
Yeah.
So I am looking for. Okay, here we go. So for Buzztv, these are the three differences: the classic, the Buzztv media player, and then the modern. So 440. So this is where, see, I talk about all the settings and everything in here. So
most people just use the modern or the classic, though. Somebody in the chat was saying that they tried media and it caused their device to be a little trippy. Yeah. But most people I know, they just use the classic or the modern.
Yeah. So this one is the modern. This is how the modern looks like. So it's kind of the same as the other one, where it's just simple. If anything, it's a little bit even more simpler. I guess it doesn't have like all the live streaming stuff at the top. And then if I switch over to, what is this?
This looks like media player.
So this is media player, which I kind of think it looks kind of cool. It has all your different live streaming stuff, and then you can put your shortcuts at the bottom.
It looks kind of like the classic.
Kind of.
Like, yeah, it kind of looks like the classic. Like I remember the 3000 series looked a lot like this. I think it was called the XPL 3000.
I think so. And see, this one has like a rotating picture in the background that it changes and stuff, which I think the difference between like these two is this one's just straight up black. There's nothing in there. And then this one, there's that picture in the back that changes a little bit.
That's probably what they mean by media, that the media changes in the background.
Maybe. And then
one thing that I like about Buzz, like as you see and you're going through everything is made to be really, really easy. Everything's right there. You can see that there's three different settings right on the home screen. So it's easy to navigate. Some people like get lost, especially some of the older people that get the devices like this, when they're clicking on settings and trying to navigate to a specific place. Instead of sending you to a random place, if you just want to get to your server settings, or if you just want to turn off and on your Wi-Fi, or if you want to get to utilities, then I like how everything that you generally would need right away is right here. And you can just click and go directly to it.
Yeah. Now, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Somebody said, okay, Canuck Mark, my XRS4500 did the same thing. Firmware update fixed it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Hung says Formuler is designed and developed in Korea, I was told. So yeah, it honestly, the two devices are pretty, like the way the layouts are, I think are very, very good. Everything is just set. I think I think they're both set to work really nice, you know. Let me see, just check in. Nope, not awake. Trying to see if she's awake. But yeah, for the interfaces, they're pretty good. The like for me, you know, I was playing with Buzztv for a while, so I wasn't really sure um about the Formuler, and people were telling me like you need to check it out. It's actually a pretty good device. And so I was like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and check it out. So let's jump straight into specs. Straight into specs. So the first one is you got Buzz TV and you got your Formuler Z8, and this is again the XRS4500. At the bottom here, you see where it says OS, Android 7 for the Formuler Z8, and Android 9 for the Buzz TV XRS4500. Now, when we talk about operating systems,
Yeah.
You know, we talk about operating systems. I think we've talked about operating systems several times, and we said what is really better, the Android 7, Android 9? Does it matter? Um, is it really truly just cell phone updates that is the difference between 7, 8, 9, and 10? Is it more
Yeah.
security patches? Um, so it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Like the Z8, I personally, my opinion, Android 7 works just fine. I don't have to have Android 9 or Android 10.
Right.
I would
Right.
like to, because it gives you the latest version of Android,
Yeah.
but 7 works just as good. Anything you want to elaborate on that?
Well, it's a lot like the Fire Stick, right? So a lot of people have a Fire Stick and they get updates all the time. Usually once a month, at least, there's an update with the Fire Stick. But what a lot of people don't really, I guess, see if they don't really get into the actual version numbers and all that stuff is that these updates have nothing to do with the operating system. All these updates do is really just kind of fixes or adding additional bloatware from Amazon, right? But the actual operating system itself has always been 7. It's never changed. For the last the 4K Fire Stick's been out what, 3 years now? 2 years now?
2 years, 3,
Two and a half, 3 feels like a while. Like we need a new Fire Stick, but hey,
2.5.
whatever.
Let's say 2.5.
2.5. But the version number has been Android 7 the whole time. It's never changed. So the biggest difference when you really jump from some of these Android systems going from, I think, 7 to 8 or 7 to 9 is that in regards to the streaming community is that you just have to manually allow unknown sources for each app that's going to be installing stuff. So when it comes to streaming, it kind of makes it a little bit easier with the older Android 7 versus the newer Android versions, because you can just blanket and turn on apps from unknown sources. And I mean, it's one extra stat. I mean, there's nothing really to cry about, but that's the biggest difference when it comes to streaming.
Yeah. No, for sure. Donald D. Nice says it's 4 years. He says it's been 4 years. 4 years for the 4K.
4 year already? No way.
They are definitely due for one this year anyway. Definitely. It's nuts. Yeah. So for me, it's what I've been noticing. I don't know if you've noticed too. With Android 7, it's almost like, and I don't know if this is just me. Android 7, it feels like the whoever has the company, whoever the company is, if it's Buzz or if it's Formuler or whatever, unless they have like some kind of model number to get in there, or to direct connect, or if there's like a team viewer, they pretty much can't do much with that Android 7, like developer options, like stuff like that. You know, they can't turn stuff off, or like, you know what I mean? I heard just recently the TiVo, I don't know if this is true, but the last TiVo update, they just turned, I think they got rid of developer options.
That's what I'm hearing too.
If they did, they're done. It's over for TiVo.
But I mean, the purpose of that device, I don't want to get too far off topic, but the purpose, from what I understand of the TiVo, was really their software where they took all of the applications, the legitimate applications, and put them all together, right?
Yeah.
And they probably got some kind of deal with those applications like, Netflix, Prime, Hulu, whatever, just to promote their services.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing, though. I hope they got a really good deal where they don't have to worry about. They're going to lose a lot of business.
It's still going to be better than a Roku. I had to.
It's not Roku Thursday. You don't check me out, please. I think I don't know. Without getting too far off topic, because I didn't want to. I did want to mention what just happened with TiVo, and I have a feeling with that. With I don't know. I know certain things will connect with certain other things when it comes to firmware updates. The company, the Android service, it allows more access to a device. I think with the newer versions of Android, they have easier access to update stuff, like what the TiVo just did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is true, or I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass, but if this is true with Android 9, and if they're allowed to send updates like that to Android 9 without doing like a massive update, from what I heard, it was a pretty seamless thing. It was like they were in there and then boom, it's gone. It's like, what the hell happened? So I don't know if it's because of Android 9 they were to do that. Android 7, I don't think they're going to be able to say we like the Fire Stick. They're going to say like, hey, we're also going to be turning off developer options without building the entire Fire Stick OS all over again. I think if they do something like that, it's got to be something with Android 9 and with whatever new stuff they build within their own OS. I know we're getting really deep into this one now. But with Buzztv being in Android 9, I don't think they're ever going to do anything like that to begin with anyway.
Well, hell no. Hell no. I don't see BuzzTV doing anything like that. See, BuzzTV, they're streamers.
Mm-hmm.
They know. They're in this for the streamers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here we go. And well, I mean, same thing for the Formula. So,
yeah. Jeff says the 4K Fire Stick came out in 2017.
yeah, so like 2.5 years. Yeah.
3 years.
Well, I mean, you know.
You know. And Mike says, I like the Roku. I like the Roku. Eventually, we're going to be having coming soon to a theater near you. Blow up your Roku, please. we're gonna do a video about the Roku soon. And talk about all the ins and outs and all the good stuff and bad stuff. We need to be more educated before we do anything.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of have to get over it's a Roku. Come on, Rohas.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next topic. We have now the Bluetooth version, the Formuler Z8 4. Bluetooth version 4, and then Buzztv XRS4500. They are using the 4 Plus.
There's not really too many devices that are using 5 yet. I don't think. Not when it comes to streaming.
No.
So 4 is solid.
But what's the real difference between the 4 and the 4 Plus? Is it just stronger connectivity?
Well, I mean, it depends on how fancy you want to go. Some of the new Bluetooth devices that are coming out in other areas of tech are able to connect to several devices at one time. So let's say you have a Bluetooth speaker, for instance, you could pair that Bluetooth speaker with several devices, so you don't have to unpair one and then pair another. It can be paired all at the same time. But I don't know when it comes to streaming if that feature really makes sense per se. You know what I mean?
So hold on. The 4 Plus, you can connect multiple.
I don't know about which version it is. I'm just saying some of the newer ones.
Maybe the 5.
Probably the 5, yeah. Because I know, like, I have a set of LG speakers, and that's a feature that it has.
See, so it will be interesting because okay, if you want to connect multiple things at once, what I see is if you're gaming, you're going to need a wireless game controller. If you have a player 2, you're going to need a second one. If you have a like remote
No, it's
keyboard,
no,
then
no.
you
It's
have
like
another one.
it's more like if you had a keyboard, you could pair that keyboard with multiple devices at the same time. So I don't like you should be able to pair multiple Bluetooth devices to a device at the same time too. Like for instance, your phone, you should be able to pair your headphones and a keyboard and stuff like that. So you should still be able to do that with like a Fire Stick or a Buzztv or Formula. But it comes more to, I think, okay,
You should be able to connect to multiple. You should be able to connect that one Bluetooth keyboard or remote to multiple devices, not just the one.
right, right. I
Okay.
don't know if that's specific to 4 or 5.
So that'll be something interesting. So if you guys are noticing, this is the look that Next Level and I have when we start thinking about something. And what's going to happen? We're going to start doing some massive research. We're going to start looking at it. So the next time we have this conversation with Bluetooth 4 plus 5, like what does it really, really,
We
really do?
should do we should do a specific video just on that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
absolutely.
Canuck Mark says, see, this is the thing exactly. He says multiple devices and better battery life. So I don't really care about battery life because the devices I use are usually either plugged in or, I mean, my phone has pretty good battery life. But see, when you get over, I think Bluetooth 5, I guess Android boxes haven't really caught up with that kind of feature yet. So
Mhm.
is it essential to have Bluetooth 5 on an Android box in 2020? And I personally would say no.
Mhm.
It's not essential.
Mhm. So, real quick, side question. Could you live or survive without internet or a streaming device? Next level, can you?
Um, I mean, I think we all could, but our life would be completely different. I mean, if you ask Rohas and I that, we base our life and our career around creating content for the internet. So we could still live otherwise, but our lives would not look anything the way it does.
Yeah.
So
I It's funny you say this because when we first moved into the house, we had did we have internet? You know what? I think our internet was down or we didn't have internet or something. I forget what it was. And down oh, that's what it was. We had okay, so check this out. We had we had internet, but we had to unplug everything because downstairs we had a flood in the house and the floor had to come up. So it was all cement. Our router and modem is connected downstairs. So we had to unplug everything, right? We're sitting in the office in this very room with that very TV right behind me. And I brought up the DVD player from downstairs and I have my old library of DVDs. And I just plug that sucker in and I'm just like, cool, let me like we're gonna have to rewatch something that we've already watched in the past. Or I got so many movies, I'm like, I'm sure you could find one that you haven't seen before. Um so yeah. It would suck if there was no internet.
yeah, I'd have a big culture shock because everything I do is on the internet. I don't have DVDs. I don't have CDs. Um, well, actually, I do have like my Plex server, so I don't need internet per se to watch stuff locally. So
Yeah.
hey,
So this is
um,
pretty cool what Canuck Mark is saying.
yeah,
With Bluetooth 5, devices can use data transfer speeds up to 2 megabytes per second, which is double what Bluetooth 4.2 supports, which is pretty nice. Devices can also communicate over distances of up to 800 feet, or if you're not American, which a lot of people aren't,
hey, we got a couple Canadians in here.
we got some Canadians,
Hmm.
but 240 meters. I need to learn really the difference between meters and liters and all
But
that stuff.
but here's my thing, and this I think further emphasizes what I was saying is that is Bluetooth 5 needed for TV devices in 2020? And to me, it's not because if you're getting data transfer speeds of 2 megabytes a second, dude, that's cringe. Like I can't do that. I would rather do network transfers where you can get, gigabit speeds, or you know what I mean? I remember trying to transfer stuff by Bluetooth back in the day from phone to phone, and I couldn't. It was like dial up all over again.
Mhm. So okay, so pretty much the Bluetooth, when we talked about the difference between the streaming devices, it really doesn't matter then.
I don't think so. I mean, you could talk about the distance because that's a valid point. But I mean, if I'm using it in the same room of my device, I'm not going to be 200 feet away. My entertainment room ain't 200 feet.
200 feet's a that's a big space. But I will say this though. I will say this. When it comes to that Bluetooth, I know people don't have walls in front of their between
Yeah.
their couch to TV. So I know we say with walls, sometimes you might get a little bit, but I have noticed, I do run what is it? The PlayStation 4 has their PlayStation headset and it has that USB port, the 3.0. So I just hook up the USB, I hook up the headset, and I'm connected. I feel if I have to walk to the kitchen, which is right next to the living room, I
Mhm.
shouldn't lose connectivity,
Right.
but I do. Every time I do, I stand up and I take about 6 steps this way, I'm
Mhm.
okay. I take about 6 steps in an inch and I'm gone. Now I'm like, why? So I don't know. I know there's like interference. I have my modem router. I got the shield. I got all the hubs. Everything is around the PlayStation. The hubs are for the. I have it for the alarm. I have it for the water alarm if there's a flood. I got so many hubs for everything that's around the PlayStation. So I'm thinking maybe when it comes to if you have too much radio interference, it could
Yeah.
probably cause it.
Right.
So maybe the better, the stronger, then for sure.
Yeah.
The higher the number, the stronger. So okay, don't want to get too crazy into the Bluetooth, but it'll be thank you, Canuck Mark. I really appreciate that. And Donald D. Nice for dropping that question. I wanted to shout you guys out. Thank you so much. We are following you guys. Um, okay, Ethernet, so important, so
Oh,
important.
sorry. The charts has with adapter there. They both have on board uh, Ethernet ports. My bad. That was my fault.
They both have Ethernet ports.
Yeah, they
Um,
both have Ethernet ports.
the Z8 runs at 100.
Sorry, 1,000. I needed to change that from the last chart. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what I was figuring. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, are you sure? I think they're both 1,000. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
they are both 1,000. They're gigabit.
you get 1 gig of Ethernet, which is beautiful. I think. I don't know. I know we say you only need about 60 for 4K and everything, but I like to have wiggle room, and the more wiggle room you give me, the better. When it comes to Ethernet ports, or not so much the Ethernet port. If you look at the Ethernet wire, there's this misconception with. So I did a crazy amount of research. I think someone needs an energy drink. can
Yeah.
can you
For
tell?
real.
Here, next level, take it.
All right.
So anyway, I did some. I did a video a while ago about Ethernet cables, and I know I talked about like a Cat 8 cable, Cat 5 cable, which is what you normally get from your internet provider, your ISP.
Yeah.
And when you see speeds of a gig, that doesn't mean that you're getting just a gig of speed for download. There's these little tiny baby wires inside that Ethernet. I believe there's 8 of them. It's like 4 on top, 4 on bottom is what it is. One's a coming in and one's a coming out, Mario. So there's 4. There's 4. It's 4-way.
Hmm.
They're dedicated. They're not like this set right here. Like this one is not pulling in data data video, data audio. It's not the speeds, the talking to the server. It's not doing everything within that one cable. It's split.
Yeah.
It's split within the 4. So each one is doing something very dedicated, and then these 4 are doing something very dedicated, which is the counterpart of this. If this is saying I'm pulling in all the audio, this one is pushing out the audio. They're talking to each other is what they're doing.
Mhm.
To come back and forth to make sure you're streaming, uploading, downloading. There's so many, without getting into so many details. There's a lot of things that we could talk about when it comes to the Ethernet port, but this is the way I see it. Break it down within simple math. If you have a gig, 1 gig of memory, 1,000 megabytes, and you got 8 cables, cut that in half instantly. Is what I tell people. Cut it instantly. What do you get? 500 megabytes. So now we're left with 4 with the top line. Now cut that in half, 250, right? For 2 cables. And then you cut that in half, 125. We normally say 60 megabytes for 4K, which is more than enough. With a Cat 8 cable, I want to say it's like 40 gigs of speeds that you get. It's something that's like pretty intense. So then when I say, hey, break that down, 40 to half, 20 gigs for the 4, break that in half, 10 gigs for the 4, break that in half, 5 gigs for the 1. A lot of servers, a lot of big companies use those Cat 8 cables because they have a lot of power that they push in and out. 5 gigs pushing in and out of stuff is very, very good. 1 gig is a megabit, not megabyte. My bad. So typically, this is what I tell people. Make sure, yes, when you guys get your ISP, look at your cable. Normally they say here is your Cat 5E or something like that. I think it is. You got your Cat 5 and then you get your Cat 5E, which gives you a little bit more. But I'm just like, why not just spend a couple bucks, get a Cat 8, don't worry about your cable ever again. It's just something that you just don't have to worry about. Just get a really good cable and you don't have to worry about it. Anything less than a Cat 5, then you're just wasting time. And I've had plenty of people that said, dude, I switched my cable to Cat 8 and I've had 0 issues. It's weird. Like, it's just those little funny things,
Yeah.
You have your thinking cap on right now.
Well, I'm here. I'm awake.
Donald says he has 5E cables, and 5E is good. 5E is still good.
Yeah, and there's 6E too.
Yeah, just don't go with the regular 5s. But yeah, so let's go to let's go to the probably one of the most important things that people talk about when it comes to internal memory and RAM. We're gonna do these 2 things together. The Formuler Z8 has 16 gigs of internal memory and 2 gigs of RAM. 16 gigs of memory with 2 gigs of RAM, which is good. That's very, very good. Buzztv, this is where we're kind of like, was this fair? Is this I don't know if this is fair. 64 gigs of memory. Now that could be a preference. The 64 gigs is now a preference.
It's not essential.
Not essential. It just depends what you're doing.
Yeah.
But this is the part where it's like, okay, this might not be fair. 4 gigs of RAM.
I think, after 2020, boxes better be coming with at least 3.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
if I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. If the Fire Stick's been running 1.5, and I'm like, man, you guys suck. And it runs smooth. Don't get me wrong, it does run pretty good. But we're saying 2020, you guys all better start putting a minimum of 3 gigs. You know what the Fire Stick is going to do?
They're gonna come with 2. You
Or-
know
or they're gonna do 2.5.
it. They'll come with 1.9.
Yeah, let's give you 1.98. It's like, come on, man. So it's like, dude, what's up? No. So 3 gigs would be awesome. 2 gigs is still very, very good. So the Z8 has 2 gigs of RAM, while the Buzz has 4 gigs of RAM, which is
Yeah. Now keep in mind that's DDR4 RAM. Don't look at a box from 4 or 5 years ago and think that the RAM is the same 2 gigs and 2 gigs. It is not the same. 2 gigs of RAM in 2020 is not the same as 2 gigs of RAM of DDR3 RAM in 2015.
yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Agree 100%. Hung Tran is saying, I heard the new Z9 is coming with 5 gigs of memory.
So RAM. Okay, personally, I don't want to see that happen. Just saying. I would rather take them go 4 gigs and take that extra money and put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Internal memory.
Internal memory or something else, because
Better
it's not necessary for a streaming device to go with 5 gigs of RAM right now. I don't think that it's necessary. I mean, you look at the NVIDIA Shield, the Pro, and that's only running 3 gigs of RAM, and it's able to run Plex servers. It's able to run everything else that you can throw at it. So is it essential to go balls to the walls when it comes to RAM? I don't think so. I mean, I think we can sustain 3 to 4 gigs of RAM for the next few years coming when it comes to streaming device. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong.
And he agrees. He says DDR5 is on their way too. Now here's the question for everybody. This is the question for everybody, and Next Level and I will talk about it too. So the question for everybody that's there, put it in the chat. What is it that you want when it comes to internal memory and RAM? How much internal memory do you want? What ROM do you want? Is 16 gigs more than enough? Is 64 gigs the sweet spot? Is 128 gigs your flex point? You know, like, what is it that you want? Like, literally, what do you want when it comes to internal memory, and what do you want when it comes to RAM? Me personally, if I have a shield, actually, let me say it. Let me fix that sentence. I have a shield.
Yeah.
And I wish, because I have a shield and I spent $200, that it has 64 gigs of RAM. I'm sorry, of ROM, internal memory, 64 gigs of internal memory with 4 gigs of RAM, please. Don't give me my 3. Are you kidding me? What is this? The Fire Stick times 2? Come on.
It's like, okay, maybe it's me, but hearing 3 gigs of RAM in a device, I automatically start thinking, because of computers, dual channel, and I'm like, what are you running? 2 sticks of 1.5? I just feel so awkward when I think about that.
Exactly.
Like, why can't you just make 2 sticks of 2? Like,
exactly. With me, I got 4 sticks. I'm running 64 gigs of RAM on my PC.
Yeah, you know? But just 3 makes me like, it's awkward. It's like
3 is just what? 3. Weird. I hope your 3 is 1 stick, not 2.
But then I don't know, dual channel is so much better.
Dual channel is so much better. So what would you do then? What is it that, I guess, what are your specs that you would like to see if you have your device that you would like? And I know there's different preferences when it comes to Fire Stick, but what do you say when you see the Fire Stick and you're like, oh, I got 5.1 gigs of memory and I got 1.5 gigs of RAM? Hell yeah. I doubt you're saying that.
I mean, there's some very, very interesting conversations going on in the chat that I'm kind of just glancing through as they're happening. But if you look at, I mean, we started the whole conversation about RAM, talking about how 2 gigs of RAM today is not the same as 2 gigs of RAM before, right? How is it that the Shield is classified as the best device out there, but doesn't have the most RAM on the market? Because it's optimized correctly, right? They can use that 3 gigs of RAM very well. So why do we need to go to 4 gigs of RAM? why can't all of the manufacturers start focusing on how to optimize RAM better? If we're going to go DDR5, do we need to go to 4 gigs of RAM? Or is their operating system going to optimize that RAM correctly where they're closing applications in the background? They're opening them faster because DDR5 RAM is going to be quicker than DDR4. So is more always better, right? If we stick with, 2 and 3 gigs of RAM, but it's faster and better optimized, wouldn't that be cheaper than just throwing 5 gigs of RAM at something and it's not optimized correctly? You know what I mean? That's just kind of how I'm thinking.
Well, also when we start talking about what NVIDIA's got, you look at the Tegra that they got, 256 GPU cores.
Yeah.
They just start like, how many cores can we add in this little thing?
Right. And I guess if you're not into computers and tech and stuff like that, a lot of people don't know that when you get into GPUs have their own RAM as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they don't really talk about the specs of their RAM and their GPU, do they? No. So that's probably how they're able to get away with just having 3 gigs of RAM in the NVIDIA Shield, because their GPU has more RAM for its processing power.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe that's what we need to see more of. Instead of going more RAM on the actual device, start investing more RAM to the actual GPUs of the Android devices. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. So what do you pick then for your internal memory and your RAM? Since you didn't answer the question.
You know what? I've been pretty happy with my Fire Sticks at 1.5. I can probably get away with two for a little bit longer. For a little bit longer, because I'm very simple with my devices. I only have a handful of apps on the ones that I personally use because I use services, and I got Plex and I got Real to Brid and all that kind of stuff. So I don't load up on the devices I use myself 20, 30, 40 applications. I can get away with 4 or 5 apps for specifically what I want. And I mean, I understand how to optimize and use what I want, and test things and put things that are tested and good on my device instead of throwing everything on there, right? So I'm still good for probably another year or two with 2 gigs of RAM. Internal storage, I really do hope that they get rid of 8 and they go straight to 16. I see a lot of people in the chat, they're like 32, 32, 32, and that's cool, but like I don't really need more personally than 16. I don't. I don't download on my devices. I don't install a lot of applications on the ones that I personally use. So 16 generally gets me where I need to go.
32 is a nice sweet spot.
Yeah.
And I think what a lot of people are doing nowadays is they're starting to get into the ROMing, and I know they like to have backups and stuff like that. So 32 is a good sweet spot. I think 16, if you're gonna start ROMing, is too little.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we always talk about, if you're ROMing, make sure your device does have a USB port and put your ROMs on a USB drive.
And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It would be cool. It would be cool if instead of getting bigger and bigger storage, they start going with M.2s in these things, right? Increase the speed and the actual performance, so that it feels more fluid when you're using it from a user experience. And anybody who wants to go, I'm going to say it again, balls to the walls when it comes to ROMs or anything else, if you want to go crazy with your device, cool. But understand, plugging in an external hard drive will probably always be the most cost-effective way for you, right?
Yeah. Now, the last part when it comes to battle of the boxes here, the CPU, we couldn't get much on the CPU for Formula. We know it's not running Amlogic. I believe it's running a chipset called Big Fish. It runs a quad core and 64-bit. The Buzztv XRS4500 is running the S905X3, which is a beautiful chip. But when you compare the two, like Big Fish is good. It was just hard to really find details about the Z8 on it.
Right.
and we're big fans of Amlogic. So Buzztv, Amlogic, thank you.
So, I mean, we talked about it before the show happened, and we were like, we shouldn't. What are we doing? Why are we comparing the XRS 4500? We should be doing the XR 4500. But I also saw someone in the chat here earlier say that it was probably a better comparison with the 4000.
Yep.
And I agree with that, because even if you drop it to the 4500, the XR, the difference is a 2 and 32 gigs of space, but you're still getting more ROM. You're still getting a couple more perks. I still think that it's a little bit faster of a processor. So I agree with the comparing it to the 4000 series. Now, when both of these devices first started coming to the market, they were more classified as mag devices, right? And with mag devices, they weren't known for having lots of RAM or lots of hard drive space. They weren't meant to really do much more than hook up your TV services through a MAC address, right? So they never really focused. Now that they're opening up all their stuff, yeah, it was Hung. Hung said the XR4500, 4000, sorry. So now that they're opening up and giving more space, they're kind of competing with a lot of the other devices on the market now. So boxes like the B-Link and the Mi Cools and all that kind of stuff. And competition is always good. It's always good. So I think it's interesting where they've transitioned from and where they're going. There's a lot of talk, like Hung was saying earlier, about the Z9 that's coming. There's also an XR4900 that's coming. Probably they're hoping for the end of the year, early next year. But, competition is great. It's awesome.
Now, Hung says like Mag gets 512 megabytes. I know you said something about Mag earlier, Mag devices. This was like, what'd you say it was like a good comparison because of the Mag?
Yeah, because when they both came to the market, they were both they were both considered mag devices, right? They were. I mean, in my opinion, when I first, because Buzz is pretty popular in my area, because I mean their head office is like 10 minutes from my house. But when I first started using them, I was like, I don't want to use these devices. I don't want a mag device. I want to buy a B-Link that gives me 32 gigs of, you know what I mean? Like I want to install a bunch of apps, and I want to do this and I want to do that. I didn't really like mag devices before, but the reason why mag devices are or were really popular in my area is because there were a lot more services back in the day that hadn't included VOD. Right now in 2020 and beyond, less and less services are including a VOD, so you need to install more applications aside from your TV service to get access to all your TV shows and movies.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find prices here so I can compare the two.
I was going to ask you about that too. I mean,
Buzz TV sold out?
I hope not.
I'm on their website and I can't purchase it anywhere. I think Buzz TV might be, unless I'm probably looking at the wrong spot, like an idiot.
What are you doing? Well, I need to get you US pricing, right? Is that what we need to do?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm looking on Amazon just to make it easy for everybody, because I know people are going to ask, well, what are we talking about when it comes to prices? So let's go ahead and pull this out. Here is the Z8, and it's right there. Let's go ahead and click on this. So $137, Formuler Z8 Android dual band, 5 gigs. And then if this one comes with a keyboard, so I'm pretty sure without the keyboard, it's going to be a little bit cheaper than that. If anybody is interested, I got in the description below, there is an email. It says Formuler Z8's email. There's an email right there. If you want a device, email that person and they can get you hooked up, and they take care of you very, very nicely. If you buy it from the website, if you buy it from Amazon, you're not going to get that type of support because some of these people are just different resellers. So just wanted to throw that out there. Now, for Buzz, I wanted to show Amazon. I would highly recommend buying this from Amazon directly. These guys will support if it's from Amazon or from their site directly. But again, in the description below, I do have a link for Buzztv also. I think I put the Buzz Vid Stick or something like that on there. But I do have a coupon code that says Rohas Buzz. That does not work on Amazon. Keep that in mind. It does not work on Amazon. It works on
Their website.
Their website. So check this out. This says only one left in stock. So I want to say they are sold out pretty much. They're going to be sold out with a lot of this stuff. But this is the XRS4500. This is where you can get all their prices. So it's very similar. Buzztv is a little bit more expensive, but they also have, I don't want to say this much power, but they have definitely more power than the Z8.
I can purchase the Buzz stuff on the website. I just tried.
You did?
Yeah, it's working for me.
Well, that's nice. I can't find it.
At the cart. You're probably on the wrong website.
Maybe.
Yeah. Takes me right to PayPal. Yeah, okay.
Damn it. They're like, it's Rohas. Don't let them buy anything.
No more.
No more for you. Dang.
So that was, how much was the Formula again?
130 some with the extra remote keyboard.
Still, I don't know. I'm biased because I really like the Buzz. So, even if you look at the pricing, of the, what is it, the XR4500 is 130.
Okay.
You see where I'm going with that?
Might and then well the XR4500.
And then Hung was saying earlier, it's a better comparison with the 4000 for Buzz, and that one's going for 99 right now,
which is an older device too.
It's an older device too, but it still has half decent specs.
Yep.
So
definitely.
But then again, like it's not always as black and white as specs and price. If that was the case, then nobody would buy the Shield, right? 3 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of ROM. Never mind, I'm not giving you my $300 or whatever it costs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. James is saying the XRS4000 on Amazon is 130.
Yeah. Same thing on their website.
And Canuck Mark says, I've been denied at the border. They're like, we don't want your money or nothing. You stay down there. Yeah, so it's pretty... Carlos says I purchased 2 vid sticks for customers yesterday. Right on. Those vid sticks are pretty good. Let me tell you, they're pretty good. I know Buzz has been having issues with their remotes. And when I tried it, I didn't have any issues. It worked just fine. I know I've heard some people say they have issues with the remotes, and we talked to Buzz, and they said it could be the IR, it could be it switching over from Bluetooth to the other. But there's a setting that you have to put on there, and I think Buzz is working on there, so that way future devices that you buy, it automatically does it. And then here's the cool thing about Buzz: just email them. Mm-hmm. Email them. If they don't get back to you, email them again. They will get back to you.
A personal story with me: I had one of my subscribers purchase a Buzz stick, and they were having issues with the remote or whatever, and they were emailing back and forth. And the subscriber lived in Costa Rica. Eventually it got to the point where Nick was like, hey, just get me their phone number and I'll call them. And I was like, you can't complain about their customer service. Mm-hmm. If he's like, give me their phone number, I will personally call them. Nick personally called them and dealt with the situation. Like, that's awesome.
Yep. He's like, what? Who did what? Let me. Christian earlier says he wants to trade his Meat Cool that he won on my Rohas review show for the Z8. But it's interesting because that probably would have been a better comparison than the Buzz. The Meat Cool, I think it was the KM3 Collective that I sent him. I don't know. The reason why we did those two, a lot of people were saying, what about these 2 devices? Because a lot of people were just interested. They're like, hey, you're talking about how good the Buzztv is. And now you're talking about the Formuler Z8, which you've never talked about the Formuler Z8 before. So it's kind of like, well, it's new. I'm allowed to review other stuff. I'm not cheating on Buzztv.
Oh man. I thought you had a Formula video. It hasn't come out yet.
Hasn't come out yet. It comes out. You know what? I think the Z8 came out on my Rohas reviews already, or just recently. And I think I said September is when the Streaming Box Now. This is the channel that we're on right now. Streaming Box Now is the one that has the Z8 and the Buzztv XRS4500 in detail. You guys got to remember, Rojas reviews, when I do a review for a device, it's because I really do like it, and I'm going to give you something that's there. And sometimes I might say something negative about it, but I'm like, okay, this remote sucks, but the rest of it's fine. Like, the box is what's good. You can replace the remote easily with plenty of other stuff. But with this channel is a little bit different. I will look in depth with stuff. Even if I'm not a fan of it, I'll look into details on every single little specs. Notice on the Rojas reviews, I have not reviewed the NVIDIA Shield stick thing, but I've done it on this channel on the Stream Box Now. I've talked about it within Rojas reviews, how much I don't like it.
Right. I'm gonna do this to you. So Tim says, in your opinion, between the Z8 and the Buzztv, in your opinion, not your opinion for me, which do you prefer?
So you're asking me what I prefer between the Z8 and the Buzz XRS4500?
Yeah.
The XRS4500. More memory, more RAM. Again, I don't mind the Z8. I really love. So, okay, Next Level likes to ask this other question, and I'm going to ask myself. No, I'll let him ask it. Go ahead. I know what you know what I'm talking about. What is the one question that you ask me when I have a device?
Would you spend your Rojas dollars on it?
For the Z8, I would.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
The interface is super nice. I like. It's both of them feel very smooth. I feel that the Z8 is a little bit smoother when I'm going around through the interface, and that interface that the Z8 has is just, I don't know. It almost gives it like that cherry on top. Like, it looks really nice, really clean. It's not crazy. I really like it. But if I had to pick one between the two, the Buzztv XRS4500, I love the chipset. Logic, I'm a huge fan. When it comes to the codecs, they have all the codecs that I want. The Formuler Z8 is missing some of the codecs that I like from especially Logic. So then I start going into the RAM. I start going into the internal memory. Of course, more is better. And they have the newer stuff. So I love Buzztv. So if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely choose Buzz. If I would buy the Z8, I definitely would buy it.
So here's the question for you, because you're talking about the interfaces and navigating the interfaces and whatever. Were you saying that you like the Z8 interface a little bit better than Buzz? So would you say, or would you agree that maybe the Buzztv interface is a little too simple for you?
I would say yes.
Right? Simple's not a bad thing. I'm not saying simple is a bad thing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's made to be simple for the end users, and not everyone is as nitty gritty or as technical or wants to get into everything as maybe Rojas is. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get, why he prefers that interface, what he's looking for in particular for a device for him. And yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I know a lot of stuff goes down to interface sometimes. When you look at some of these specs, 16 to 64 gigs it's going to come down to like, well, what are you doing? Why do you need so much memory?
Right.
It comes down to that. But I look at 2 gigs of RAM versus 4 gigs of RAM, where I do not have to worry about the RAM anymore. And RAM, there's not much that I can do with it or without it, but 4 gigs of RAM is 4 gigs of RAM. When you're saying like, hey, you got plenty of power. The best analogy when I was younger that anybody has ever given me was they were trying to compare what RAM was. And they said, imagine RAM is like a runner. If you have a good runner, as they start running around the track, they're just going around the track, right? As they're going around the track, if they run out of air, they start to slow down. Now, depending on that runner, if that runner is, let's just say, 2% body fat and he's been a runner for 20 years and the person's 21 years old and this guy's in the Olympics, chances are if you're a runner, you're going to take off really fast and then you're going to start slowing down. That's your cache. Like YouTube, when you start watching it, it starts playing and then you see that little cache bar like going, that's your runner. Now, if it's somebody who just started to run maybe 6 months ago and they're also the same exact age, they're not a runner. Let's just say they're in great shape. They don't have to be a fat kid, but let's just say they're in good shape, but they're just not a runner. They're going to run, but they're going to slow down a lot faster than the runner who's been doing this for a lot longer time. And what happens, same thing with YouTube. When you start watching something, you'll see the cache go and then slow down a lot sooner than if you had better RAM. So that's kind of how I saw it. And then they said, if you have crap RAM, imagine a fat kid trying to run, he's going to get out of breath.
Are you making fun of me though?
Sorry. So that's just the comparison how I started to understand how RAM goes. It's really good when it comes to like the caching stuff and to make sure you have that small buffering space. And then of course you have to look at all the aspects, the CPU, the GPU, DDR3, 4, 5, whatever it is, internal memory, how much space you have left over. There's a lot of components that come with it, but that's the one thing that gives you that push. If you got RAM, cool, you got a cushion there. If you don't have any RAM, hopefully everything else is very, very nice, because it might start getting out of breath. What are you looking at now? What do you look? Yeah, you.
You don't even want me to open this can of worms.
No.
No, not this show. Don't do it.
Let's see. What are we missing? Rick says he's got to go. All right, Rick, have a good one. Glad to see you.
I mean, yeah.
But you mean what?
Well, I was going to say, like, I mean, we just talked, an hour and 20 minutes about only 2 devices. That was a pretty good show. I think is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would be really nice to see. I know. So at the end of every month, we try to do a video on this channel, live show, when we just pick some devices and we just compare them. Last month, if you missed it, we did the Fire Stick versus the TiVo stick or dongle, whatever it is, the Buzztv stick, the Vid stick, and the NVIDIA Shield, whatever the hell thing is, stick. And it was a pretty good show when we started comparing all of them. This is the one thing I will say when it comes to devices in general, not just these two that we talked today or the ones that we've talked in the past, but you don't need, and I think we do this every single time, Next Level, where we just shit all over the NVIDIA Shield. If you know what you're doing, if you absolutely know what you're doing, you don't need the NVIDIA Shield. People say, well, you have to have the NVIDIA Shield to have the best of the best. Actually, no. You don't have to have the most expensive device possible. The Tegra, I'm going to tell you, is what you're paying for. That Tegra chip is just beautiful. It's nice. I love NVIDIA Shield. I have NVIDIA products. My graphics card's NVIDIA. If you guys want to look it up, GeForce RTX 2080 Super. People are probably going to crap themselves when they look at that up. It's an expensive graphics card, and it's amazing. I love it. But you don't really... Like, if you like with these videos that Next Level and I put out on my channel, on his channel, on the other 50 channels that we got, you could make any device really work really well, and I mean really well, especially for streaming. Hung's saying NVIDIA Shield is mainly for gamers.
Yo, I will debate that though. Honestly, seriously. Okay, I would so much rather buy a valued Android box. That could be a Buzztv, it could be a Fire Stick, it could be whatever, right? And then go and buy an Xbox or a PlayStation. I would rather go that route because for the past little while, Nvidia has been having issues with game developers dropping off their platform, right? I would just preference. If I'm going to be a gamer, let me be a gamer on my PC and on an Xbox or a PlayStation versus me locking myself to a device like the Nvidia Shield. That's just my personal preference. I think that what you get out of a gaming console, current gen or next gen, blows my mind what they can put into it in regards to graphics and everything else, compared to how much building that in a PC would cost. So that's just me. If I'm going to be a gamer, let me be a real gamer. I'll game on PC, I'll game on a PlayStation or Xbox, and if I'm going to be a streamer, I'll stream on my 4K Fire Sticks, my Buzz TVs, my whatever else. Like that's just how I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. The Shield is very, when you look at gaming and when you look at the Shield, you almost have to compare it to, like, when it comes to streaming devices, like one of the lower end streaming devices, because you cannot compare the Shield to a PlayStation or an Xbox or a gaming computer. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, well, we look to say the term apples to apples and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That one is like a hybrid. That's like a steroid Apple. It's great for streaming, and for gaming, it's also good. But if I'm gonna game, like, I totally agree with you. I would just, I would do a gaming PC, and that thing's gonna last for a while. There's a question here. So which do you like better in performance, Android or Android TV?
Really, like there's no. That's like asking which apples taste better or whatever. I mean, it comes down to, the kind that you like, the personal preference, the devices, and how they optimize that, right? That's like saying I like Android TV, and then you try out a TiVo 4K, and they just didn't even have a beta. They're buggy as hell, and you get a terrible taste in your mouth after that, right? So user experience can vary from device to device, even though if they're using the same operating system.
Now, do you have an Amazon TV?
Yeah, I do.
How much memory is on that Amazon TV?
It's the one that I use.
Internal memory and RAM.
I think I don't know. I think it's less than the Fire Stick, but they just came out with new versions of them like last month.
Do a quick search real quick because I'm kind of curious. So, okay, this is so I've talked about this before several times, and I've told people in the past. I know eventually this conversation might change depending on what the televisions do in the future. But I always say, if you have an Android TV, just get an Android streaming box because they're dedicated specifically to hold that information. They have internal memory. Now, within time, I think, and I know within our podcast, if you guys don't know anything about our podcast, it's called Beyond the Streams. If you do a simple search for, if you have like an Alexa device, or if you have any kind of, wherever you listen to your podcast, Pandora, iHeartRadio, just look for Beyond the Streams, and you'll find us. Or if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see all the links in the description of where we're at. But there's a conversation that Next Level and I had about the different TVs coming soon, and that are coming and that are here already that have Android TV. The question is always going to come down to, well, does this have enough memory for me to even have the apps installed? Because when you look at like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, those are all dedicated apps. They all have very, very specific amount of room that you can add a good amount of apps onto your TV. However, the chipset inside the TV,
So
the RAM, all that stuff it's going to be way different when it comes to those TV versus a box.
so here's the thing. So I just pulled up the specs, right? And I always felt like it was good, but it wasn't good as the 4K stick. And I just found out why. So the TV that I have is the 2018 55-inch Toshiba 4K TV with the Fire TV built in. And I just pulled up the specs and I was like, 2 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of hard drive space. That's more RAM than the 4K Fire Stick. Then why doesn't it run as fast? But it's actually DDR3 RAM, right? So that shows you how much the speed of RAM can affect your navigation. But they just renewed it for this year, and they changed that to DDR4. So you get 2 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and you get 8 gigs of internal hard drive space, which is better than the 4K Fire Stick for now.
Now, what do you get for your chipset, your CPU, your GPU?
That's a good question too. Let me double check to see.
Because we've run into several devices that have 64 gigs of memory, 4 gigs of RAM, and then their chipset and GPU are garbage.
It's the ARM Cortex A53 running at 1.4 gigahertz. So I think the Fire Sticks are still. Wait, I'm looking at the 2018. So yeah, the Fire Stick is faster than that one. So the Fire Sticks are definitely better than the older versions of the Fire TV. The new Fire TVs are they're running a 1.5 gigahertz. So I still think the Fire Sticks are faster in regards to the CPU than the newer Insignias that just came out and the Toshibas.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be man, I almost feel like it's gonna be the devices are always going to be just a step further than what the TVs are going to be, because the TVs are not really in the market of like, well, can we put the best RAM or the latest RAM or memory or chipset or GPU or whatever. They're not in the market of trying to get the best of that. They're trying to get the best quality of a picture to you. They're trying to make sure the picture looks as nice as possible for the price point that they want to give it. Now, of course, the higher the price, the better the picture quality is, most of the times is what it should be. But that's pretty much what they're looking at to have, just better picture, which I know those chipsets and everything will be very different than a streaming device, specifically for streaming. Yes, but I think, like I said earlier, I think it's going to take some time. And I think we're slowly starting to see it. What if the Android TV said, hey, let's do the Amlogic chipset, the S905X3 with, I don't know, 16 gigs of internal memory with, actually, no, you know what? I'll do this better. 8 gigs of memory with 2.5 gigs of RAM. And it's running the S905X3. It's running the A53. I'm just putting the lower specs. A53 with the Mali G51.
All internal in a TV?
Yeah.
It's good enough for a smart TV. But if you want to do anything else besides basic streaming, then you're going to want a separate device.
Dedicated device.
Yeah, for sure.
You almost compare that into having it's almost like saying trying to game on your TV, because some of these TVs now, they have apps that you can game.
Yeah,
but they don't have specs to do it.
Here's the thing. We have to be realistic with our expectations. We have to, right? We can't say that we want to pay $400 for a 4K TV and we want the world from it. You know what I mean? I mean, the 4K TV that I have probably goes for about $300 US. And I absolutely love the Toshiba Fire TVs. Aside from, mine being a little bit slower when it comes to the RAM, it plays and runs everything I needed to do perfectly, right? And I think that it's a great value. Now, would I take that same TV and expect it to run Steam or run what is it called, GeForce or
G4.
anything like that? No, I have to be realistic with my expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they came out with different levels of a TV and they were like, let's say Buzztv came out with a TV and they're like, you could buy this TV at this price, or this TV is a little bit higher end and it comes with 16 gigs of internal memory, maybe a better GPU and CPU, that makes sense, but have the right expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. So I know I'm an hour and a half. We always say like an hour.
Yeah.
So, okay, real quick. So we do have to wrap this up. Real quick before we end, in the chat, there's 40 some people watching. Appreciate you guys all. What device would you guys? What device do you guys like? The Formuler Z8 or the Buzztv XRS4500? Which one is it that you guys would pick out of the two? Would you pick both of them? Would you pick both? Would you pick one? Neither? Would you pick neither of them? So we're getting some of the comments here. Buzz, the XRS4500. Now, if you want to say the XR4500, you could also say that because the specs are almost identical. It's just a little bit less internal memory. Canuck Mark says I haven't tried the Z8, so and Craig and Tim, they said they'll get both. Yeah, I agree. I would get both. DJ the Shield. Of course you would say the Shield. Yeah. So, as you guys are putting your chat, this is what we're going to do. Next level is being gracious today, and he's going to be giving away 5 of his face masks. Beard not included. Beard not included. Sorry, guys. People are going to say like, what about Beyond the Streams face mask?
Hey, I could get some made up if you want me to.
BS masks. That's what this should say, dude. If we have the Beyond the Streams, it should say this is BS.
This is BS.
This is
It
BS.
cost me a little bit more to put all of the information on both sides, but I can get it made up. If you want me to, I'll do it.
We'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it.
These are brand new. They're not going to be ones that he has worn. The one that he is wearing, he's going to be keeping for himself.
Right, that's right.
They're brand spanking new. So just to make sure you guys know, someone's going to say like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't want those hairs in my my mask." Make sure you guys do hit the thumbs up. We did get to 40 some people. I think we got to 50 at one point. So this is pretty cool within the smaller channel. So we greatly appreciate you guys. So I'm good with my Z8. I'll take a buzz to test and let you know. All right, Carl, I got you. Okay, so we're going to do this very easy because we do got stuff to do. And we're going to be doing the giveaway for next level's face mask. And it's going to be very, very simple. If you guys have, the way we're going to do it is we could do one of two things next level. Let's see how you want to do it. If they have Telegram, they can just message you directly.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Do we want them to come here and say hello real quick, or just go straight there?
Let's just go straight to Telegram because we're already over an hour and a half in, and I got to get going to Niagara Falls. So
yeah. So what if we want one with a beard hair in it? Christian's
you got issues. You got issues.
He wants the one that you're wearing.
He wants to debate if it's a beard here.
Beard that's what it should be. It should be a face mask and the whole thing looks like a beard.
They have those too. I don't know. I gotta look into some stuff.
Oh man. We should get one with a dimple on it.
Yo, I could do that too. Because we can make it like a gorilla. And put the dimple on. I'll go boo.
We got to talk after the streams on this thing. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm gonna make this super simple and easy. Super simple and easy. That means you guys got to be paying attention. Hopefully, you guys were here earlier from the beginning when we were talking about this. Real quick, first person to answer. Here's the giveaway. We're gonna start now. First person to answer this. All right. What operating system is the Formuler Z8? What operating system is the Formuler Z8? Go ahead and post that, and whoever says it first wins. Whoever says it first wins. Not that hard. You get one guess or the other. There's usually like 3 or 4 versions. What operating system version? What operating system version? You got to put the whole thing, not just Android. There we go. Somebody got it. Do you see it?
Not quad 4.
Quad 4. James Manley. Didn't he win one yesterday?
Yeah, he won one yesterday still, yeah.
James Manley, congrats. Somebody did put the whole thing. Android 7. Thank you. What operation version?
Operation.
Mag 3K7 said Android 9. It's like, oh, so close. So congratulations, James. If you want to come on and say a quick something, you can. If you don't want to, that is okay. There is the link. If you already got Next Level's information, you already have them on Telegram, so you can just shoot them a message.
Yeah.
And that
I got you.
That's good to go. But if you want to come in and say hello, you can.
Okay.
Big congratulations. All right, pay attention.
Next.
Pay attention. All right, pay attention. I'm going to do this real quick to help everybody out who's come on. Ready? Real quick. This is going to be real quick. Real quick. Here it goes. You see it? You see it? You see it? You'll see it. Hold on. You see it? You see it? And it's gone. All right. I'm trying to make it easy so that way we can do this quick and it doesn't take forever. Question number 2. We got 5 of them, so we already got rid of one of them. Question number 2. How much RAM does the Buzztv XRS4500 have? How much RAM does the Buzztv XRS4500 have? How much RAM? First person to answer wins. First person to answer wins. DJ says, "Fact, I know. I never have my glasses on." Oh, there he goes, Mag.
8. How did we get to 8? Paper plate.
Bob John Doe says 64 gigs of RAM.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Mag. Here is the link. Congratulations, Mag. Here's the link if you also want to come on. I don't think we have your information on Telegram, so you got to come on and either give us something so that way Next Level could get a hold of you. So go ahead. Big congratulations. You got to be quick. I know you got everyone saying 4 gig, 4.
Next question.
Next question.
What was the price of the 4500, the XRS 4500?
Oh, I'm over here thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the price for the 4500 Buzztv XRS 4500? Oh, there we go. Santos. Santos. You have Santos information on Telegram?
I'm not sure.
Congratulations, Santos. Mag 3K7. There's a link for you to come on here. We need you to come on so that we can get your information so we can get you that mask. Santos, if you could also come on here just in case he doesn't have it, we can get you hooked up. We can get you hooked up. Are you writing these names down?
Yeah, we got, I already got James' names down. And then we had Santos and then Mag. What was it there? Mag 3K7?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you guys hit me up on Telegram.
Wait, hold on. Santos.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing?
Good,
Good.
man.
How you doing?
Now, Santos, do you have Telegram?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
Can you shoot me a message and then send me your address, and I'll have a mass shipped out for you next week, okay?
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Are you on my group? You're on my group, right?
Yes, both of you guys.
Both
Yeah,
of us?
cool.
Okay, yeah. There you go. So just send him a message and you'll be good to go.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Thanks, man.
Bob.
Take care, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Cool. Okay, Mag. We still need Mag in here.
Mag, do you have Telegram? Anyways, all right, we got 2 more. Let's keep going. We're not going 2 hours on the stream.
Okay, real quick. Real quick. Hold on.
Okay, I'll address that. So it is $149.99 on BuzzTV's website. However, Rohas showed Amazon, and Amazon it's $149 flat even. So according to the one that we showed, it was $149, and that's where the winner got it.
I'm going back to. Oh yeah, you know what?
Come on, say it. Next level's right.
The next level is right. and as always, you guys know, we don't want to piss anybody off, but if you look at this, what does the price say right there when I showed it on Amazon? 149 flat.
That's right.
So 149 flat. That's the one that I showed on Amazon. Okay. But there's more. We're still doing more giveaways.
Don't worry. Don't give up yet. You still got 2 more. You have a chance.
Mag, we need Mag to get in here. Okay, so we're gonna do real quick 1 through 20. 1 through 20. Everybody gets one number. 1 through 20. Everybody gets one number. All
You're
right?
just spoon feeding them, bro. Seriously?
One number. Everybody gets one number.
Okay, all right.
It's the second number that I picked because I said
Okay, all right, cool. All right.
I said 1 through 20, right?
Right. So I was like, I got confused for a second. I was like, what are you doing?
Bob John Doe puts the number that I always said, but I said 1 through 20. 1 through 20. Everybody gets one number.
Nobody.
And then Mag, we're still waiting for you to come on so that way we can hook
Yeah.
in.
Look at the numbers above you. There's a couple numbers you guys have said a couple times already.
Connect Mark says, what a delay. I know YouTube always has a delay.
Yeah.
1 through 20. There's 44 people watching 1 through 20. Some people said over 20 and several people said 20 twice. One number. Ooh, I picked a good one. I know we had more than 20 people already respond. And
Yeah, I know, for real. Oh, there's a couple people that did a couple numbers. So
one number only, guys.
you might as well just stop it and restart it. Because like there's people that put like 4 or 5 numbers.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. We are going to stop. Rosa says, my bad. Stop. Okay, stop. Everybody gets one number. I know we're trying to do this fast. One number. My number's not changing. So look up above so that way you don't put the same exact number somebody else did. It's 1 through 20. 1 through 20. My number's not changing. Make sure you don't put a duplicate number that it's already up there. One number, everybody, go. There we go.
There we go. First number.
First number.
And I guarantee that person actually paid attention. They scrolled up. They're like, what number wasn't mentioned, right?
Yeah. Congratulations, DJ. Do we have DJ on Telegram?
Yes, he has his own Telegram group too.
Yeah. So, DJ, if you want to come on, you can. If you don't want to, that's okay. I know you're already on Telegram, so we can get a hold of you. Actually, you need to get a hold of Next Level.
Yeah, shoot me a message, man. I'll get you sorted.
But if you want to come on here, you can. And then actually, if you have Next Level, if you have his Telegram group thing, I don't know if it's open to the public. If people want to join his Telegram group, just showing the love, go ahead and post your link there. Just hit me up on Telegram, but there you go. So DJ's like, just all right. So DJ, you hit up Next Level on Telegram because Next Level is horrible with his memory.
Yeah, for real.
Especially if he doesn't eat. So please message him.
My girlfriend's laughing in the background. She's agreeing with everything you're saying. She's like, Next Level doesn't eat? Never mind.
Never mind. Forget it. Hello, girlfriend. Is that 4 masks already?
Yeah, it's 4. We need one more. Come on, make it easy.
We need one more. Let's see. Hold on. Let me think. I gotta think. I gotta think about one. Do we want to? Okay, how about this? I'll ask the chat. Do you guys want me to do another number, or do we want to do a question? Number 1 through 5.
Go check that one out.
1 through 5. That'll be ninja fast. Ooh, that would be good.
That's a good one, right?
Wait. Hold on. Just mine, right?
Just yours, yeah. Right. Yeah. So you got to be very specific. So not ones that you do with me.
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. Next Level, real quick. Say hi everyone in my Rohas reviews group, so that way DJ could find you easier. Okay. So here is the last question. So we're gonna do a question. This is gonna be a good one. Who's the one that who won? Who hasn't showed up yet?
Mag
what?
3K7.
Mag 3K7. If you're still out there, you got to message. You got to come into the chat so that way we can get your information. I haven't seen you chat it up in the chat yet, so I don't know if you're trying to figure it out. Hope you are. Hopefully you can get a hold of us. So here's the question. The first one to answer. Let me take DJ themes off the screen. Okay. Here's a question. Mag 3K7. Yeah, if you can get on here, Mag 3K7, get on here. And here is the question. Here we go. All right. Next Level. Do you want to ask the question?
Okay, fine.
First one to answer, guys. First one to answer. All right. First one to answer.
Okay. All right. So the question is, you have to name all of Rohas's YouTube channels. Now,
how many?
Now, any channels that he puts up videos with me, that's not what we're talking about. So not the podcast stuff, nothing like that.
Just
name
myself.
Rohas channels.
Russell says all of the above. You have to name all my channels, not the combined channels with Next Level. There's too many to list. You got to think about it. Which ones? You got to think about it. You're on one of them already. Hint.
Yeah, well, I mean.
This is going to be fun. Mag, if you are on here. Hey, there he is. What's up, Mag?
Hey. Look what I have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's awesome, dude.
Mag, do you have Telegram?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you shoot me a message and then give me your address and I'll have the mask shipped out for you next week?
All right.
What country are you in?
I'm in Toronto. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm in Toronto.
You're in Toronto? Okay, awesome.
Sure.
Are you in Next Level's group or my group in Telegram?
Nobody.
Nobody's?
No.
Okay. You'll see the link. We're going to post the links for the Telegram groups in the chat. Just join our groups and you'll be able to find us pretty easy, okay?
All right.
All right. Thanks, man. Congrats.
Great. Thank you.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, you got a lot of Canadians up in here today.
I know.
Like, I don't even get this many Canadians.
Canuck Mark got it right. Here, let me see. Here is. I need to get that link for the
Telegram?
Telegram.
I can
Where-
probably find it.
Where's the link for Telegram? If
I got it.
anybody-
I got it.
Got it? Okay, cool. He's got it. Canuck Mark got it right. He was the first one that said it. Rohas Reviews, Streaming Box Now, and World of Rohas. 3 channels. Sandman says, let me Google it. Russell Dye was being lazy and says 3.
Yeah, he was right, but he didn't name it.
And Canuck's like, wow, I won this time. I feel like you won several times. And then a few people, of course, said it after that. Yeah, so 3. Somebody said 8 YouTube channels. Did you really just copy pasted like my description?
No, because the one in your description I don't think works.
Rojas 8 YouTube. So yeah, he copied my description.
Me?
Semi.
Oh,
He copied the description is what he did. Okay, so Canuck, we have you on Telegram, don't we? We got you on Telegram. And Carlos is saying, I said it before, Mark. Carlos, you didn't. Like, his literally popped up. We're looking at YouTube, and his comment came up before yours did. And I'm scrolling up just to confirm. I'm just scrolling up just to confirm. So it says, and you know what? I'll do this so that way you guys can see it. Cool. Check this out. So here's where we started saying it. Nobody's saying it above here, right? We're talking about numbers, StreamYard for Mag 3K7, all the above, too many to list. Hold on, and then Canuck Mark. Rojas Review, Streambox Now, World of Rojas. First one that said it right there. Carlos, you were right here. Jose even said it before you did. So.
all right, we're good. Was that 5?
That was 5.
That was 5, right? Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Canuck Mark. Yep. Okay, I got everyone's names. Everyone, make sure to message me on Telegram with your addresses. I will confirm with my list of names to make sure you are a winner, and I'll have them sent out next week.
Yeah.
Guys, you just made us go 2 hours on this live stream.
Holy crap. Christian says it was 4.5 masks. He wants one more. Oh, man. So, okay, this is what we're going to do, too. Keep in mind, next week, you never know if Mark's going to have a next level is going to have a new stock coming in. So you never know if we're going to do this again next week. On his channel, on my channel, you never know.
We're always doing something.
On Telegram. Did you post my Telegram link in here?
Yeah. Telegram link is in here. Santos is in the group, but he doesn't know how to message me. That's what he's asking.
Oh,
so you just click on me. Like,
click on his name, and it's gonna say like private message or something. Yeah, private message him, so that way you can just do that. Just click on it, and then it'll take you directly to his stuff. And I think that should be it. And if you still haven't figured it out, if you're in the Rojas Reviews Telegram group, just post in there like, hey, I can't get a hold of Next Level, and then we will figure it out. Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, guys, if you're trying to get a hold of me this weekend, I am not available. I will be responding to everyone's messages Monday, maybe Sunday night, depending on how my weekend goes. But if you haven't heard from me for a few days, I try to take some time away from the internet these days, and I will get back to everybody. I always do.
How the hell? I'm trying to find the. Where's the link for the group? I don't even see it.
I pasted it already. You want me to do it again?
Yeah, paste it again, please.
All right.
Please. If you don't know about the Rohas Reviews group, go check it out. Rohas, the Next Level gang. Hey, gang, what's up? What's up, Philly Cable Dave? Missed the really, really good one. You have to rewatch it again. DJ says, I'm in the UK. Is that okay for you to post out? If not, give it to someone else. Should be fine. I think shipping will be about the same. But you guys,
you want, it doesn't matter. Whoever wins gets whatever we do. Doesn't matter where you live. We will ship it out to you.
we will do it. On Android tips, no, on Rojas Reviews, there's the link right there, Santos, the one that Next Level just posted. So, man, and everybody's just joining right now. Really, really, truly appreciate you all. Anything you want to add to Next Level before we get out of here?
Yo, this is an awesome turnout for this channel. Pretty good turnout. So it's good to see people are sharing the links. We're growing the channel, getting the word out there. Like I always say, make sure that you are supporting your favorite YouTubers everywhere you can, because a channel could be here today and gone tomorrow. So we diversify ourselves as much as we can to give you guys the best content and be around as long as possible. So that's all I say is, supporting us doesn't cost you guys any money. Supporting us is as simple as sharing our links, liking, subscribing, following us on social media, all that kind of good stuff. And you know what? A lot of times it's fun in the groups, man. So just join the groups, be a part of the community. And it was an awesome stream. Thanks for having me, man.
Next month, 1 month from today, if you guys are following the Streaming Box Now, this YouTube channel, you guys will see all the devices that I'm posting. And again, it's always a 3-episode series, one box for that week. 3 episodes for that one box that week. We could talk about this stuff, and it could be like a 1 hour, 2 hour episode of everything with this device. So I try to break it down so that way you guys get like 5 to 10 minutes of something. And the funny thing about it is even after we're done talking about like let's just say we're talking about the Fire Stick, we could talk about the specs and everything on it. We're not talking about how to install things, how to customize it, how to change the launchers. There's like so many things. So we try to give you guys at least some of the basics here and there. So just make sure you guys follow both of our YouTube channels. And then also feel free to comment what devices you would like us to compare, because we will compare another. I think 3 boxes is a good sweet spot, so we can see all 3 of them. But please do not say compare the 4K Fire Stick to the NVIDIA Shield, because we will not do that. We will not do that. Now, I'll throw some hints out there. I think a good battle between the 3 would be, I don't know, H96 Max, a MeetCool device, a Xiaomi device. If we could pick 3 of them, that would be kind of neat to see. We'll see. But you guys let us know. As soon as this stream is over, refresh it in the comment section below. List the devices that you guys would like us to compare, which would be great. And then one more thing too, if you do join the Rojas Reviews, make sure you get the Rojas Reviews Telegram group. Make sure you guys do have a picture icon. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anything. So I know I just see Mag3K7. Just say, hey, I'm here. Make sure you put an icon. It could be anything. It could be your Buzztv box.
Yeah.
So he smells food, guys.
Yeah. My girlfriend just cut up watermelon. I can smell it.
He smells food. He's like, I'm on the prowl now. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. We stay tuned. Rojas Reviews. Today's August 1st. On this channel, I'm gonna have something pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, okay.
Today
I can't wait to see the response on that.
You guys got to watch it. You guys have to watch today's video. It's the Amazon's top 10 or top deals of the month. But I threw something in there that I haven't done before. So I'm very curious to see how you guys are going to react. And if you guys are a member, you guys have already seen it.
Yeah. I lit a fire under him and he's like, "Oh, this sounds like fun. Let's try it."
It's going to be interesting, but make sure you guys check it out. You guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace.